Welcome back to a long hiatus here. We are still waiting for windows, but while we wait, I've been trying to keep busy. There's been a lot of doors happening. We're getting them back in shape, trimming edges, getting them ready for new hardware, straightening everything out, because a lot of these were cut to kind of fit the slopes of the floors, and as things settled and just kept them operational, and now we're trying to kind of bring them back. So there are pieces that I'm going to have to kind of scab on to the bottom of almost all of them, and the hinge side on quite a few of them as well. But they're more or less to size. I got to wait for some warmer weather to address the rest of it so that I can get them glued up and looking good again. But there they are. That's every door in the house. So far, not including the basement. I've got a couple of spares over here. These were ones that were gonna be more work, and I might use them elsewhere, but we'll find out. It's chilly in here. It was -4, I think, when we woke up this morning, but I've been keeping things warm because this project that's going on. So these are, the columns are really pilasters since they're flat. Our architects kind of filled us into that. That were on the house originally. We're putting them back on, and this is where the base trim all goes, and it was so rotten and really in rough shape. It had been repaired a number of times. Had Swiss cheese as as all the nails went through it. It was in really, you can kind of see here how many nails we're putting all that trim through. We're redoing. We kind of made new moldings to reproduce it. It's going to be accurate, but it won't be original stock for most of it. But this base, I got to get trimmed up and patch holes and things, but it's just going to get left alone. The issue was, well, we had a breakdown of communication, I guess. We were hoping to restore. We loved kind of the weathering on the boards, and for all of this trim, a lot of the flat stock had this kind of sandblasted look where the harder pieces of the grain, the dark grain, was standing up proud, and then the softer grain was kind of recessed back because of all the wind-driven dust and dirt over the years. It was also unpainted for probably half of the life of the house or more, which contributed to its aging and kind of irregular nature. And we kind of love that. We don't want this house to look perfect, like a brand new house, if we can help it. For whatever reason, that turned into filling everything with putty and sanding it out. And it became this kind of bubblegum, lumpy mess. It's like you smeared mud flat on something and then sanded it out after one coat, and it doesn't look good. It wasn't flat. It just looked pretty terrible, actually. So what I've been doing, I had the guy try to remove what he had done, and it's hard to pick up on camera, but it's just a wreck now. I mean, it looks like bark. Yeah, I really just wish we had dipped these and been done with it, because it's turned into a lot of work. Now, I can't paint that. I'm not interested in hanging out on the side of my house either. So this is what I've been doing. So this one's just about done. I think I'm ready to paint this one. And you can see that we've got a lot of that texture. I cleaned up a lot of, it's not showing up great on camera here. There are some high spots and low spots, and I like that. This is a good example of what I'm talking about. The leafing kind of sticks up proud. There's a lot of this kind of aging, cracking, pitting. And there are also a lot of these kind of marks. These, really it's brush marks, because I've been using a wire wheel to strip off all the junk stuff and get out as much of the pitting caused by him kind of picking the goop out. There's a lot of deep holes, I didn't do perfect. You can see a few in here right there. But I'm hoping that, you know, a couple of coats of primer and a good coat of paint, and what we'll end up with is, you know, this leafing pattern standing proud, especially when the sun, you know, it's vertical and the sun is out. This is on the east side, so like at certain times of day, it was really pronounced. It used to be, and I'm hoping to at least see that this is one board. I mean, we're I don't know, I haven't measured it, but that's gotta be 18, 20 inches wide at the base. It's a single board. I don't have a tape measure out here, but it's wide. And it's 5/4 thick, and it's pretty awesome, and I'm glad we're saving them. The top halves have to be done as well. Luckily, he didn't mess with any of the details on the top. I'll scrape those carefully and get them primed out. And they're also, you know, going to be 20 feet in the air. So it's not as critical. But the base gets rebuilt. I still got to wire wheel this guy. And then these are ready to go on the house. They're kind of waiting for them. So I'm in a rush. But I wanted to fill you in. Still waiting on windows. They were supposed to be here in second week in November. They're not. They missed November deadline. They missed a new deadline that was in December. They've missed 2 deadlines in January. And it's the last few days of January. So I think we'll probably be seeing them in February. But at this point, who knows? We're getting a blizzard this weekend, and we'll just do our best to keep the snow out. Another thing that happened, I made a couple of videos that I just never posted because they were kind of depressing. There's a bunch of bad news, including, you know, we got our front door in and the side door in, the kind of driveway side, and installed, and they're the wrong doors. And so they're gonna have to rip them out and change them out. And as I was making that video, I realized they were wrong, and it was not in a particularly positive video. So I'll save that for when they reinstall the doors that are the correct doors. But we'll just keep plugging away. It's all we can do. We'll wait for windows. When the windows come, I think things will really take off, especially from outside. We'll be able to get the siding going. A lot of the trim on the house is prepped and or hung, except of course all the doors and windows. So, and that's a lot of it. So it's all about the windows. That's why there's been no videos. But I figured while I'm working in the shop, we'll give you a little update. The old wood stove, it's keeping us warm in here. It's doing a good job. Been splitting a lot of wood. It's burning pretty good. Keeps us pretty warm in here. It's not quite 60, but I can paint. And it, like I said, it was negative last night, so it's supposed to be in the teens tonight, so it should stay even warmer. When I walked in, it was 50, and it's already up to 55 or so. And it'll be 70 in an hour. So anyway, that's the update. So hopefully I can give you a follow-up when these are done, all primed and ready to hang. I'll show you what I came up with and how it turned out. And I will certainly be giving you an update when these windows finally show up. And I think that'll be a mad rush to get them all installed as soon as they are present. So, all right, take care. Hope to give you another video a little sooner in the next week or so. Take care.